always wanted to be a part of Ladies' Day, and here she is, Susie Mesecher. Susie, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
You get all that airtime when we have the library in twice a month. So
I know, but this is special.
this is special. So you got some great notes here. You went all out. How long did it take you to put all this together, Susie?
Oh, a little while.
I would think so. So let's find out about Susie.
Yeah, all about me. Well, I grew up in Chico, California. I have three brothers. Two are still living in California. Lots of nieces and nephews. And I have three dogs, Buddy, Jet, and Willow.
What kind of dogs were we talking here?
Dachshunds.
They're all dachshunds.
Yeah.
Oh my
One
gosh.
is a mix. Buddy's a mix.
I have two brothers who love dachshunds.
They have a lot of attitude, and they're very demanding. Every night when I get home, Jet cannot wait for me to sit down so he can sit in my lap. So, and then Willow's kind of crazy. He's a long hair, runs around like a crazy dog. And then Buddy, he's older, so he's kind of got ailments, and he tolerates the young ones. The young ones are 3, so.
That's great. So, Masters in Library.
Yes, from San Jose State back in, now it seems so long ago, 2009. So I lived in Chico, and I drove 4 hours-ish to San Jose. I was a hybrid library school at the time. Now it's all online.
So you drove back and forth?
I did a couple of times a semester. You had to be in person.
Oh, okay,
The rest
okay.
of the time you were online. But those, sometimes I had to stay overnight. And I always joke that I would get lost on the way home because this is before smartphones. I had a flip phone, and I ended up buying a TomTom GPS at one point, but I literally had paper directions to get there and then to get home.
Yeah, it's called maps.
Yeah, I did. I printed out the maps and had them in my car, and I still could not get home correctly. It took me a while because there's an interchange, and I just would always get on the wrong. Yeah.
I cannot imagine being in California in some of those heavily populated areas. I think Des Moines is heavily populated.
Right. And I go to Des Moines, I think, wow, this is much better than Sacramento. I mean, if you have to drive through Sacramento, it's it's challenging. So I'm really glad to not be there, living there anymore, because the traffic here is much better.
Butte County?
Butte County,
Okay.
Yep, from Butte County. Worked at Butte County Library since 1994. I was a teen summer intern, and then got hired part-time, and then got hired full-time in 98. And so I've been working full-time since 1998
As a librarian.
as a librarian, and ended my career there as assistant director in 2019.
And is that when you landed in our fair city?
Yes, so we had a lot, I went through a divorce, and then we had the campfire in Paradise in 2018, and then just decided it was probably time for me to find a better place to live, less stress, less traffic, nicer people sometimes. So it just kind of worked out. Picked
Great.
a couple of places to apply on for jobs, and this was the third job I applied for.
Great to have you in our community.
Thank you.
Because you're involved in our community, and that's up next.
Yes. So I'm the Rotary Club secretary and president nominee, as Andy Green said on Men's Day. And then I'm also on the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Board, which I was invited to. They sent us an email and asked if anyone at the library would want to be on the board. And I said, absolutely, I would. And so we meet in DeWitt, and we plan the big fundraiser, the Touch a Truck. And then the Council of Social Agencies, I really wanted to be involved with that group. They meet the second Thursday at the community college, and it's a bunch of agencies that just share what we're doing in the community, how we can help different people, what people events are, things like that. So I wanted to be on the board for that. And then Shannon invited me to join the Y board. That was just this last year. So I'm a new board member on the YWCA. And then I am I am also a Kiwanian, so I do also am a member. And then you've seen me at the windmill.
Yes. Yes.
Volunteering at the windmill once a month during the open season, helping with tours of the windmill.
These are all great things that you're a part of, and I could see you winning Women of Achievement one of these days.
Well, thank you.
We just
Thank
had
you.
that.
Yeah.
Trying to think what category it would be, though.
Well, now that I'm a board member, I don't really qualify
Oh,
for
but-
much.
oh.
So yeah, there's only like I think one category that board members can. But when I'm done with the board, it's 3-year terms. So
Okay.
when I'm done, that I would qualify for something. But it is a great organization. They're our neighbor. And I really enjoy the classes. I've been taking the circuit training on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Shelly and Luann. I really recommend the weight circuit training class. It's awesome.
What time do you do that?
4:30, so it's great. I get off work and I put my different shoes on and I go right across the parking lot and take the class.
So now, you're a Rotarian and you're with the Kiwanis.
Yes.
You don't see a conflict of interest there at all,
Yeah,
Susie?
Matt Parbs would we were at an event last night, the speed networking last night, and he was like, oh, Rotary. And I said, we can work together. So I'm hoping when I'm president that we could do a joint project together around literacy, because I know Kiwanis has been doing a literacy initiative with Kendra as president. And then the Rotary, one of the Rotary international missions is literacy. So I'm hoping we can do a joint project.
What was that thing you mentioned with Matt Parbs? What was that? Speed?
Oh, we were at Speed Networking, which Andy Green set up with the Next Up group, which
What is-
Kate is involved in that.
What is that?
So we were at the Copper Mill last night. So we are at different tables. So young professionals can come around and ask all of these organizations, which we were right next to the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Okay.
And they can come and meet for 3 minutes and talk about what it means to be a member and if they're interested and if you're looking for volunteers. So we had a bunch of different organizations there.
So it's not like speed dating?
It was.
Okay.
It was speed networking.
I guess so, yeah. It
Yeah,
would be
so
along those lines.
Andy and the group from the Next Up organized that. It was great.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So the Clinton Public Library today.
Yeah.
Today's Clinton Public
Today,
Library.
Yeah, so we're working on the Sustainable Library certification. The pillars basically for that are to become more environmentally sound, socially equitable, and economically feasible. It's a lot of words. But we have a library committee of 5 staff members, including myself, and we meet monthly to talk about recycling, reducing waste, thrifting. We're going to go on a trip to Bettendorf next month for our meeting, to the Zero Waste store, and learn about that store and what products that they offer people. And so we're also thinking about different things to get information to people. So social equitability is basically, do you know what your plan is if there's an emergency? Making sure everybody has that information, and being emergency preparedness is a big thing for me. So just having those resources and looking through our community and inviting people in to learn how they can stay informed when there's a disaster or small, we had the derecho, we've had other issues, so it's just nice to provide. We connected with the county emergency management. We were able to give weather radios to people that maybe no longer have sirens in their area. So just things like that is also part of that.
Again, visiting with Susie Mesecher of the Clinton Public Library. I know we've talked about this on your program, the brand new Memory Lab.
Yes, so on Tuesdays and Fridays through March, Jeannie in the special collections, she's going through all the equipment and showing people how to use the different things that we were able to purchase through our CCDA grant, and again with the Friends of the Library and Greg Obrin. So that's been really nice. And then we've been having quarterly genealogy nights. So we on a Friday night, you can come. We'll be announcing those again. The next one will be coming up. But after hours, so library closes at 5 on Friday. You can come in at 4:45, and you can stay until 7 or 8 to use all of our equipment, look up on Ancestry, look at microfilm, all the resources that we have.
That is interesting. My grandmother's maiden name was Mann. Mann. And I went to Horseman School.
Oh, wow.
So I was thinking I might be related to Horseman. But then I'd always have to explain, why. And I said, well, my grandmother was a man. But that never,
They didn't get that.
no, I said, no, two N's.
Yes,
It's
yes.
with two N's,
Yeah,
two N's.
Yeah, so Jeannie could help you figure that out.
Might have checked that out.
Yeah.
There you go. And new furniture.
I know Kate worked really hard and Kendra worked really hard to get that CCDA grant for over $40,000 for new furniture.
Whoa.
So we are, they're in the process of making the furniture, and so we're hoping by the summer we'll have the new seating that will help our space become more welcoming and comfortable. When we did our strategic plan, a lot of the feedback we got was that we didn't have space that was comfortable for kind of, doing work or just hanging out or reading a book. And so it became our strategic plan goal number 3, which is to improve the library's physical space. And so we were able to get that grant thanks to CCDA, thanks to the Friends of the Library and our staff for getting that.
So what kind of furniture are we talking about here?
Comfortable seating furniture, but then also some study type furniture. So we're trying to make little spaces where people feel more comfortable to come and study. We do get a lot of people that use the mezzanine above the circulation desk.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of looks bland and not very inviting, not very comfortable. So it's going to look completely different.
No bean bags?
No bean bags, just really comfortable, nice furniture.
They're hard to get out of anyway. So.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more with Susie Mesecher on Ladies' Day.
James and Amy Hook invite you to join them for great food, music, sports, trivia, and of course a wide variety of draft beers. Hook's Pub and Grill is getting famous for their Sunday breakfast. Serving from 8 a.m. till noon, enjoy a cooked-to-order breakfast with Bloody Marys and mimosas. Hook's Pub and Grill with daily specials and appetizers. And remember, at Hook's, it's not bar food. It is great food. Hook's Pub and Grill, 318 North 4th Street, Clinton. And be sure to follow them on Facebook.
It's time now on KROS for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast, brought to you by Awesome Car Wash.
Your Friday is going to be a day worth getting outside for. Soak up the sunshine, the really warm temperatures. There will be gusty winds and high fire danger, so no outdoor burning today. We'll see temperatures soar into the mid to upper 60s. For tonight, mostly clear. Temperatures will return to the 20s. With your Storm Track 8 weather impact forecast, I'm meteorologist Andrew Stutzky.
Currently, we have sunny skies and temperature of 70 degrees. Winds are out of the west at 16 miles per hour. This weather report on KROS has been brought to you by Awesome Car Wash.
Awesome Car Wash in Clinton has everything to meet your car wash needs. They have 6 self-serve wash bays to minimize wait times, a touchless automatic open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and a tunnel wash open daily from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Awesome Car Wash is located across from Purina on Manufacturing Drive in Clinton. Stop in, check them out, and see why customers are saying,
"It's awesome, baby!"
Have we missed you? We're Kramer Construction of Clinton, and we're in your neighborhood, helping one of your neighbors with a new roof, siding, deck, doors, windows, and remodeling. We are a family-owned business. Our office is located at 2020 Comanche Avenue, have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau for the last 7 years, and are CertainTeed certified. Does your home need a makeover? Then call Kramer Construction at 563-613-3437 for a free estimate.
Susie Mesecher in on today's Ladies' Day. She, of course, with the Clinton Public Library. Private meeting room spaces.
Yes, so that's another thing that we heard when we did our strategic plan and we did our questionnaires. When we did the big move, Lions Library building has become also a bookable meeting space. And so we do have some availability on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at the library, Lions Building, 105 Main Avenue, unless it's a bookstore time. So the bookstore is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So those days we try to reserve 8 to 5 for them that whole day.
That was my library growing up in the north end of town was a library, and I got my library card there, And it's easy to sign up for a library card.
It is easy to sign up. You can even start the process online on our website at clintonpubliclibrary.us, and you can search for library cards.
And they're free?
It is free.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you live in Illinois, we do have to charge a small fee each year for Illinois households. So you can pay $50 for a year to get membership for the whole family for 1 year.
Okay, one more talking point, and then we're going to get to your song. Spring break, it's only a couple of weeks away. Hard to believe, but
It
you got
is.
some programming for the folks.
It is. The team at the library have been working really hard to have special programming each day, March 16th through Saturday, March 21st. So please looking at our Facebook and our website for that update.
Okay, so the song that you have selected is...
I had 3 songs in case,
Okay, no.
but I think you chose Janet Jackson's When I Think of You.
Yes, Party Ladies Day, and here she is. Great to have you in.
Thank you.
Good song. You saw Janet Jackson.
I did in Sacramento in 2001. It was her All For You tour, I believe. It was exciting.
I've never been, well, I've been to a one concert. I went to a Moody Blues concert at the Mark of the Quad Cities. Does that count if it's indoors?
Yes, this was Arco Arena in Sacramento. It was indoors, so I think it counts. I also went to the Beastie Boys my senior year of high school at the Cal Expo, which is outside.
Okay.
It was fabulous, too.
How close were you to San Francisco?
4-ish hours.
Okay, so
depending on traffic.
California's so huge.
It is. It's gigantic. So if I wanted to go to Disneyland, it would take me over 12 hours if I didn't stop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, from my hometown.
So I think I recently heard there's talk they would like to split California into 2
They've been
states.
talking about this since I was a child, or probably more than that.
Okay.
Where it's been 2 states, 3 states. Basically, Northern California would like no association with the Bay Area or the Los Angeles area because they take all of our resources. So
Okay, so I always think of San Francisco as Northern
no,
California.
we do not. Northern Californians do not.
Okay.
NorCal people, no. They say no. The Bay Area is the Bay Area.
Wow, I struck a nerve there.
You grew up in Northern California, north of Sacramento. Sacramento North is what we call Northern California.
Okay, so north of there, would that be still bigger than Iowa?
Gosh, that's a good question. I mean, we were an hour and a half north of Sacramento in Chico. So I would say maybe
Okay.
that would be close. It's very rural though, the more north above Redding that you get, so it gets kind of rural. But a lot of our resources from Sacramento and up, all like our water and lots of things were going.
So California, it's then Oregon and
Yes,
then Washington?
yeah.
Okay.
And my family, my dad's side of the family is from Washington State. So he grew up in southern Washington.
I think that area, I've never been in that area whatsoever. I mean, the furthest west I've gotten is Nebraska.
I talk to people a lot from here, and they say that. Like, I'm planning a trip in April to go back and visit in California, but I really am going to the Oregon coast. That is what I love. So if anybody, is thinking about trips in the summer, the Oregon coast, the whole entire coast of Oregon is wonderful.
That is great. Programs. You guys have programs. Amazing what all you guys do.
I know. We have so many wonderful staff that
I
plan.
mean, a potluck.
I know. Potluck is actually this Saturday is at Potluck Clubs at 1 with Jeannie. They have some dedicated 13 to 15 people that come in with delicious food. So I'm actually excited. I'm working tomorrow afternoon. So I'll get to have lunch at Potluck Club tomorrow because they have so much food there. We started that back in the day. Jeannie and I started that it was basically a cookbook club. And then it turned into Spice Club. And then it turned into Potluck Club. And so we've just decided it's Potluck Club now.
Oh, or Smorgasbord Club.
It's so-
Buffet Club.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many amazing cooks that attend that program. It's fantastic.
You got so many great things here to talk about. I like this one, No Pressure Book Club.
Yeah, the No Pressure Book Club. So if you read some romance novels, you can come on Saturday. I think it's the 4th, March 4th. And maybe that's not a Saturday, but I had it on my other phone. But yeah, that's coming up. Check our website. It's all the books are on the Facebook page, so you can make comments if you read any of those books. And Nellie and Avery are in charge of that program, so they're going to be talking about that. And then they'll have introduce a new theme to read in March. I just love this idea of the no pressure.
We were talking earlier in the day with Carrie Donaire, Citizens First Bank, and Synergy was one of the things we were talking about. And I think it's a great program at Clinton High School, and advice on the go with these kids.
Yes, and so Kate started Device Advice in the library. We weren't really getting a lot of people showing up for that. And so Kate was really great. She went to Synergy. She presents to them the class every year. I went with her this year. We just talk about all the things that we're doing. And then the students decide like what projects they want to do. And every year they pick Device Advice. And I was talking to Carrie and she was saying, you know, it's not just about learning something on the device. It's the personal connection and sharing their stories and just having someone to talk to for that time period has been so valuable. And I know the students have said that as well.
That is great, yeah. And then one final, Book Talk Bingo.
Oh, we're so excited. So we are going to be at the Copper Mill in April for a Book Talk Bingo. So be checking our website and our Facebook on the announcement for the event. The Friends of the Library. This is turned into a fundraiser for the Friends. And so we're so excited. Kate and Sarah and Avery are working on that. And again, we did it at the Copper Mill last year. It was fantastic. And we're looking forward to another successful.
You've done other bingos, haven't you?
I think we've done some as just for fun and bunco. Jeannie and I did some bunco, but this is a huge event. Like we have almost 100 people show up.
And we got a couple minutes. We got about 90 seconds left in the program. I don't want to get too controversial, but new library. Would you like to see a new library?
I do. I think, you know, we've loved our old library so much and it's been great, but as far as accessibility, it just becomes an issue. We'd love to have a new library one day, and I think that the citizens deserve a new library.
Where would be a good location? Would you like to stay downtown? Because I know a lot of your patrons are probably in the downtown area.
Well, you know, I've looked at that too. We
Okay.
have awful lot of people that drive to us, so
okay.
we don't have as many. We would want to be on a bus route though for those that would have to walk. I was a walker. I didn't grow up with a car for a long time, so I rode my bike or walked everywhere. So I think it is important that we have accessibility to get to a library. There's so many good locations. We just need to hone in on one.
Okay, but as it is for now, you guys are doing a great job of upkeep and adding new things. So, I mean, you're doing your best.
Thank you.
All right. Susie, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All righty. And we might talk to you again on the 10th of March
Sounds good.
for your public library show. Okay, very good. I got to get into the news here at the top of the hour. Right now it's 70 degrees. We do have west winds averaging right around 15 miles an hour. It has been a beautiful day out there. That's what they tell me anyway. It is 4 o'clock. You are in tune to KROS Clinton, Iowa, FM 105.9, AM 1340, K290 CL. It's time for news.
This is CBS News.